What is going on, everybody? Matitude22 here today, bringing you guys another figure review. So today we are traveling back in time, back to the past. We're gonna take a look at the DC Universe Classics Ares figure. I did. I gotta say, I got into collecting pretty late, and by the time I got into these guys, I caught just the tail end. Like I basically started on the Necron wave, so I've been backtracking a lot and picking up older ones, and I try to get them MOC. I know it would probably be easier and cheaper to get them all loose, but I really I feel like when you hunt them down MOC and you slowly build a figure, I feel there's a more sense of completion versus just purchasing to build a figure on eBay on its own. Not to say that that's wrong. I'm not trying to disparage anybody that does that. Everybody has their own ways, and just like everybody has their own way of collecting. And I'm not trying to get bogged down by small details, but I just want to say that I have been backtracking, and I found someone on eBay that had the Ares and the Wonder Woman. They were offering them for a pretty good deal, so I jumped on those. So take a quick look at the packaging. It does say DC Universe on the top, and of course you'll notice it is old school. It is an older blister card. It says Ares, Fate Wave 4, Figure 5, Collect and Connect on the bottom. On the back, you can see the other figures that are available. I have the Cyborg I got a long time ago. I wasn't going to review it, but let me know if you want to see it reviewed. I picked up the Wonder Woman at the same time as I said, and I don't have the Batman Beyond and the Captain Atom yet. I haven't gotten around to getting those, but all in due time. All in due time. Little biography of the figure on the bottom. If you want to read that, you can pause this video now. And barcode and writing on the bottom. Alright, so we're going to get this guy open and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so taking a look at the figure out of the package. I gotta say, he really looks good. I really wanted this one for a while. And I think this is kind of the definitive Ares figure. Like, I can't think of a line that's put out. I don't even think there's been any other Ares figures put out. Like, the Build-A-Figure one for the Wonder Woman wave, but that was crap. So, yeah, I really like this. I think this is the definitive Ares. Starting right off, if you hate the color blue, if blue is not a color that you like, then this is definitely not the figure for you, because he is 80% blue. But nonetheless, there is a lot of good stuff going on. I really like all the little sculpting and all the fine detail right there. Like, even just on the chest, you can see the scratches. Like, you can tell, man, this guy's been through some war. He has seen some stuff. You can get the scratches that are kind of sculpted on. That looks really good. This chest piece is all textured. The head, I love the head. The horns look pretty cool, and just all the fine details on the helmet. You can see the little, like, looks like snakes kind of crawling around. Little skull right there. Oh, it just looks so good. My one complaint, I would say, is it's really hard to see. I don't even know if you could see it, but let's get like an extreme close up. There you go. You kind of see it there. He does have red eyes that are kind of painted on, but they're very fine. They're very small, very hard to see. My one complaint would be I maybe wish those eyes were a little bigger, a little easier to see, but nonetheless, it still looks great. This fur piece up here is soft, it's pretty bendable, so no issues there. The cape, however, again with the DCUCs, with Mattel in general, it's very hit and miss. Some figures are better than others. With this one, definitely the cape is a more solid plastic. It doesn't have a lot of play, so it will just kind of weigh him down, and there's not a whole lot you could do with him. The arms, though, are pretty cool. I like how he has the skulls going down the back, like his elbow going down. Those are all look really cool, and the skull on the hand with the fingers. So these gauntlets are, I guess they're not really gauntlets, but the arm pieces, they look really nice. Same with the part on the hand, the boots. This looks like this looks like a whaling skull. That's just really cool. down into the boot. Not a lot of paint going on. Again, like I talked about, he's 80% blue. There's not a lot of paint. But what they did do with them is pretty good. This skirt part, I know it's not a skirt, but it is pretty hard, so I think that will be an issue later on when we talk about his articulation, and there's some sculpting there, some texturing, I mean. That looks pretty good. I think these are supposed to hold his weapons. 90%, I'm 90% sure of that. Speaking of weapons, let's just take a quick look. He comes with this big axe and this big sword, and I think they both look good. There's some little painted details like the blue dots. Kind of make it look okay. And it is just nice. It is different. The handle is very long, and it is a soft rubber, so you can kind of bend it around. Only issue is the silver is bleeding through the black. I don't know if it's supposed to be like this. Like, again, I got this MOC, so I don't think it's just been worn out, but perhaps just worn over time, or maybe it's supposed to be like that. Kind of the same deal on the axe. It's hard to see, but you can kind of see it. And the axe has the same little dots and attention to detail, so the weapons are definitely cool. Looking at his articulation, this is where it gets a little hit and miss. The head moves side to side okay, and you can look down a little bit, but he doesn't look up great, and if you kind of get him to look up, it just kind of falls back into place. The shoulders don't move out super far. These pieces are not articulated, and they're definitely going to block a lot of that articulation. So they move out pretty far, and even forward is kind of tough. He does rotate at the arm, and he has a single jointed elbow. As far as the wrists go, they rotate, but they don't really hinge at all. He has no torso articulation aside from this ab crunch, which again doesn't work great. He kind of looks down a bit, and you can't really get back pretty far. No rotation, no waist twist, nothing like that. The legs, however, don't move because, like I talked about earlier, this thing inhibits his articulation, so you can get them out a little bit, like he's doing a kick, not very much. Single jointed knee. It's hard to see, but I imagine if you could get a shot at the hips, you would have that DCUC gaping crotch pit. And the ankles do hinge back and forth, and no ankle rockers. I mean, it doesn't bother me too much with a figure like this. You don't expect him to be super articulated, but and again, it's an older figure. The sad thing is this makes me, when I look at a figure like this that came out a long time ago, and then I think about Mattel's figures today, how they have not progressed a tremendous amount. And to be fair to this guy, he has a little bit less articulation than a standard DCUC would, because it's a Ares. Like, he's not supposed to be super posable. Like, you're not going to get him into all these dynamic poses and stuff, but it's just kind of crazy when you look back and you think how, man, he has not actually, like, this articulation has not progressed that much, like when you compare this to a Mattel figure of today. But nonetheless, I still really like this figure. I think as far as the Ares goes, I think this guy will fit in with any line. I don't have the figure up here anymore, but definitely with that Icon's Wonder Woman, he would look really cool, or even with the DCUC Wonder Woman. So I say he's a good pickup, even if you're not collecting that line. This is definitely a cool figure that I think you should go out of your way for. Alright guys, I want to say thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a bit of a long one today, but there was some decent stuff to talk about. If you haven't already, don't forget, subscribe to this channel. When you hit that subscribe button, you leave me a comment. You tell me that you subscribed, I'll subscribe to your channel. That's how that works. Like this video as well, share it with your friends, and just leave me, even if you don't subscribe, which I hope you do, leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you like this figure. Tell me if you like this character. Tell me what you think of this video. Any of that stuff. I love to hear from you guys. Thank you guys so much again for watching. I always appreciate the support. More figure reviews coming up later on in the week. Thank you guys for watching, and we will talk to you next time.